Stephen's in Chester. Stephen, what is going on?
Well, I was a member of the Labour Party. I voted Jeremy Corbyn twice. I
Yes.
voted Brexit. I live in a marginal. I took on this rubbish about how we were going to lose jobs to all the people from the EU, how we're going to lose our house building or not have enough GP appointments and so on.
Yes.
And eventually I just saw through it all as absolute nonsense. So I decided that I was only going to carry on supporting Labour if they were going to offer a people's vote. And I gave Jeremy Corbyn all the way up till Tuesday to the NEC to make a decision. And he came in and he's wishy-washy. He wouldn't come down for a second referendum. So I said, that's it. I'm voting Lib Dem. And I voted Lib Dem, and I don't care what the opinion polls say. I know I live in a marginal. It could let the Tories in, but I don't care. I'm doing that in the nicest way.
I hear you.
Because I do care if the Tories get in, but I've got to go with my heart. I've got to vote for who I want to vote for, who may give me a chance to remain or a second referendum to put right the stupid decision that I made in the first place.
You're one of the people... I'm supposed to respect your vote, though, even though you'd like to change it. Do you see how mad everything's become?
Yeah, because and also, you talk about the EU the EU elections coming up.
Yes.
And you said because it's a bit fractured, which I'm very sad at, because I would like them to have a unified ticket, the Remain parties. But surely what we can do is add up all the Remain votes.
Yeah, but they won't do that, will they? You're
No.
being sensible and rational and evidence-based. Finally, mate, after voting for Brexit. Better late than never. But,
it's absolute nonsense.
Of course it
and the cost of the economy is going to be horrendous in tariffs. They reckon our food prices will go up by 10%. The price of imports of cars a similar amount. Farmers in North Wales...
you say all this, but I've read some lies on Facebook, mate, and I know that you're wrong.
Yeah, I mean, they reckon the farmers are going to go out of business because the tariffs on lambs and so are going to be so high. Why will the Germans buy it? Because they just won't.
Overnight as well, of course, in the event of a blind Brexit.
Yeah, and I mean, because I actually voted Brexit, I actually feel more passionate about remaining than perhaps, I don't know, some existing Remainers. I don't know.
No, well, that's the zeal of the convert, they call that, Stephen. If you're a recent arrival at a worldview, you actually can defend it. You subscribe to it more because you've been on a journey. So you've got a more passionate feeling about where you are now than you would have had if you just sort of stumbled into it and stayed there for 30 years.
And I think this is the problem with Brexit. It is almost like a religion. And it doesn't matter. Like I saw a little clip yesterday of Question Time, and there was a lady on there, and she said, basically, I don't care. Give Northern Ireland back to the Irish. Give Scotland away. I don't care. I just want Brexit, and I don't care what happens to anyone or anything as long as I get my precious Brexit.
And she's still allowed to do that without being asked what that means because of that wonderful equivalence and balance that the BBC has so beautifully observed for the last few years. Stephen, that was a really memorable call, and I thank you for it, and I hope I don't sound patronising when I say I can really hear the passion in your voice. I like passion in politics when it's directed at looking after the country rather than looking after the pensions of a few dodgy geezers.